So what can I expect when I call your office for the SAP program?
Well, when you call our office for the SAP program, one of our team members is going to answer the phone call, respond to your questions, tell you the pricing, tell you the three-step process on how to get started. They're going to ask you to submit your ID, fill out some paperwork, and schedule an appointment for your first appointment with me so we can get started with your program.
Can you explain to me the first 3 steps of the SAP program that I'll be completing with my SAP?
First steps of your SAP program, you're going to meet with the SAP evaluator. The next step is the evaluator going to recommend education or treatment to you. And the third step, you're going to come back to the SAP for a follow-up evaluation to determine if you're okay to go back to work.
Do I have to take a drug test with you?
No, you do not take a drug test with me for a follow-up testing, but sometimes we will require you to do a drug test to verify that you're clean and ready to go back to work.
What happens if I test positive while I'm in the SAP program?
It'll be reported as a new violation, and you have to start the SAP program all over again.
If I start the SAP program with one SAP, can I choose a different SAP in the middle of the program?
No, you cannot. Once you choose your SAP, you have to stick with the SAP that you signed up with.
Is there anything I need to do in my Clearinghouse account before I start my SAP program?
Yeah, make sure that you have an account, number one, and make sure that you designate the correct SAP. A lot of drivers or people that come to me for services end up designating the wrong SAP, so make sure you designate the right SAP for your program.
How much does the SAP program cost?
That is a $1 million question. A lot of people ask that question. It could depend. Everyone has different prices. The initial SAP program can range from $500 to $1,000 to complete the whole program. I've seen it as low as $800 to even $3,000. It all depends if you're going to education, individual counseling, or outpatient or inpatient treatment. So it all depends on your recommendation. So the total cost can literally range from $500 all the way to $3,000 depending on if you have a substance abuse problem.
I see a lot of providers that do the SAP program on the internet. How do I know that they're legit and not scammers?
The first thing you want to do is you want to call their office and you want to verify that they're on the FMCSA Clearinghouse. You can check to see if they're on the Clearinghouse. Also, you can check a website called saplist.com to verify that they're approved and official SAP or qualified SAP. And, just have common sense. Look at their website, look at their reviews, see if they have reviews for their services, and check their online presence. Look to see if they're on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and if they're actually really doing this work, they're going to probably advertise their services. So there are various ways that you guys can check to see if someone's legit. And also, if needed, you can request their qualification certificate.
I need to do the SAP program, but I'm worried that I'm going to be judged. What makes your office different?
Well, what makes my office different is that I've been in trouble. Okay, I got in trouble a long time ago for testing positive for cocaine back in 2004. I've been on probation and all these different programs. I've done it, been there, done that. Most SAP evaluators know the game. So what makes us different is that we're going to treat you like a human being. We're all about service. We're all about getting you done. And so you're not waiting on your paperwork. You're not hunting us down to get stuff done. I know when a lot of people call other SAP evaluators, they got to hunt them down to get their testing plan emailed or mailed to them. You won't have to chase us down. We work very fast. We're very efficient. We're not here to waste your time or your money, and we respect your time more importantly. So we want to help you get back to work, but we also want to make sure that you're safe and the public is safe and you're not in danger to the public, so you're not hurting anyone on the road.
What's a testing plan and does it ever expire?
The testing plan is a plan that we give. It can range, it can be from 1 year to 5 years long. It's your testing plan for random drug testing. So a SAP will write a testing plan to submit to your employer to let them know how many drug tests or how many alcohol tests you need to take during your SAP program.
What happens if my testing plan expires, but I'm still stuck in step number 5?
If your testing plan expires, you're going to have to get another testing plan. You're going to have to get you're gonna have to meet with your SAP again and get a testing plan rewritten for you.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your office and when you provide services?
Well, we provide services Monday through Saturday. We're available on the weekends. We have appointments throughout the day, in the evenings, and we can see you in our office or we can see you virtually. We're very flexible, so if you're interested in coming to see us, and if you're ready to get this done, it's very important that you guys get this done, because a lot of people procrastinate and they wait till the last minute and they wait until they're in a situation. You don't want to do that, because I have so many drivers that come to me when they're on their last dollar and they're struggling, they have issues going on, they have bills, they have responsibilities, they have child support, they have all these different issues that they're dealing with, and it's unfortunate that they wait till the last minute to handle this. If you have a violation, you want to handle this immediately so you can get back on the road, so you can make the money that you need to make and take care of your family so you can move on with your life. You do not want to be thinking about the SAP program and other things when you're financially hurting. So get on top of it as fast as possible. We have payment plans available. There's no reason why you cannot get the SAP program done, because we're here to help. Give us a call at 404-503-8069. We would love to help you. We have a helpful team. We're here Monday through Saturday, and we would love to serve you.
How long does the SAP program take?
It all depends. The SAP program could take 1 or 2 days for some people, and it could take months for others. It all depends on the severity of your issue. We don't have a one-size-fits-all program, but if you have a problem, you're going to get help. We're going to make sure that you get help and treatment. And if you don't have a problem, we're going to make sure that you get through in a timely manner and get you done so you can get back to work and make your money. So it all depends. Everyone is not the same. Some people have issues with meth, cocaine, heroin, and some people are addicted while other people are not. So it all depends on who you are, and let's have a conversation. Let's figure out who you are and where you are, and let's see if I can help you out.
What are the steps for the SAP program?
Step number 1, you're going to come to me for an evaluation. I'm going to evaluate you, and I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to ask you questions about your personal history, your mental health history, your medical history, your family history, your abuse history, your work history. I'm going to ask you about your drug use history, your alcohol use history. I'm going to ask you a whole bunch of questions about your life, and it's not designed to pick you apart, but actually to get a big picture of what's going on with you, so I can make a right recommendation for your education or treatment. So that's step 1. Then step number 2 is that you're going to go to either an education program or a treatment program to complete education or treatment. Once you complete education or treatment, you'll come back to me for step 3, and I'm going to do another evaluation on you to see what you learned from the education, to ask you some questions, to see if you're in the right mindset, to verify if you're clean. I might even give you a drug test to see if you're clean, and go from there. If we're all good after step 3, I'm going to go into the clearinghouse, update your clearinghouse, and then type up a testing plan for you ASAP, so we can submit that to your employer. And then step 4, your employer is going to send you to a return to duty drug test. Now, if you do not have an employer, that's okay. We can send you to a third-party consortium, and they will send you to a drug testing lab so you can complete step 5 for your SAP program. So we have various different options for you to help you complete your SAP program. And then also step 6 is that once they get that information, your employer gets that information of your past drug test and testing plan, they're going to input that information into the clearinghouse, and then you'll be all done with the process.
So the SAP isn't responsible to send me for testing, it's the employer?
Yes, that is correct. Either the employer or the third-party consortium. So if you're an owner-operator, you're more likely to go to a third-party consortium, but we do have some employees that are not owner-operators that go to third-party consortiums to get that drug testing done, but primarily it's going to be the employer that's going to send you to drug testing, not the SAP. We do not send employees to drug testing for follow-up testing or RTD.
What happens if my employer is sending me to do drug tests, but they're not uploading it into Clearinghouse?
You need to have a conversation with your employer and the clearinghouse. You have to make sure that they're uploading that information and reporting that information. Very important, because I as a SAP can't do anything about it. You're gonna have to make sure that you hold the employer accountable, because that's your license on the line. It's all about your reputation and credibility, and protect it at all costs.